Get going, come on, baby! Come on, Bill, get it together! Get it together, baby, you're good, come on! Get over the line!
9:20 unofficially. He will now have the new time to beat. Now we're going to see who's going to be in that second position for heat number 2. We got a race between Benson and Valerie.
Bill,
What's up?
you look comfortable.
Hardly.
Tell me what's going on down here.
Technically, nobody knows.
What do you mean nobody knows?
Goal is the same. Go to the games.
Go to the games.
You figure the Achilles will be no issue, no big deal.
No, I never thought about it affecting me for next year. No. I mean, quite frankly, I feel like I've benefited a lot in a lot of ways with it.
How long has it been since the Achilles injury?
Literally, we are like right at 5 months.
How's that all been?
Good. Honestly, better than I could have hoped for.
What did you hope for?
I'm farther along than I would have hoped for at 5 months, and I was able to do a lot more so because I was trying to be creative with it and resourceful, but I was able to do a lot more and keep a lot more than I thought I would be able to.
What gives you an idea like what far along would be good versus bad? Because you said you're further than expected, so I don't know what good or bad is.
I mean, honestly, this injury is like similar to ACL, where it's like the typical year mark is when you get cleared. So, I mean, think about it in terms of that. I'm like 40% of the way there. And then you saw me this entire weekend, you wouldn't be like, oh, he's 40% recovered. You'd probably think I'm a little more recovered.
Savon's like, are you recording me? He's like, you're
Oh well.
you need to watch the way you talk to people. Because the lady was interviewing her and Laura got smart with her about being the best rock climber in Hungary. And the lady, and she goes, I don't care, Laura's like, I don't care what you think about me. I care about what I think about myself. And Savon just goes off.
I'm excited to go watch that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Cut me right here and just keep it warm until I get warm.
That's my future right there.
Yeah, fast.
Can someone tell me the workout?
50-8, 50-10, 50-12, 50-14, 50-16, 50-18 burpees, 50 max, 50 max.
Y'all can have fun with that.
So it goes
I'm just here
from
for a good
8 to
time.
18?
Yeah, 8, 10, 12.
Wait, we're starting at 8 burpees?
Yeah.
What?
What's the point of starting at 2?
I thought that's what you said.
No, that's just gonna waste,
So
time.
I'm saying I think I should do 50 and 1. 52, 53.
To how many?
To how many rounds y'all
To
doing?
10.
You don't gotta do one burpee.
Yeah, like.
How about 2, 4, 6, 8?
The swimming is plenty for me. The swimming itself.
Okay.
He's got a bad finger.
Did you get that standard, you feel like you stepped on something? Because that's what I've heard it feels like when you blow it.
Yeah, it's like you'll either hear a pop or you think you kicked someone behind you.
You think you stepped on something, someone?
I thought I kicked my judge. Like I thought when I jumped, I hit his clipboard or something. And then once that happened and I landed, just from playing basketball my whole life and hearing about people rupturing Achilles, I was like, my Achilles is gone.
Just because like I haven't swam since surgery, really. I swam once, but like dude, the first like 50s on the rounds of like 8, 10, 12 were awful. My best ones, so I felt the best, were like rounds 14 and 16.
Like settle in a little bit?
Yeah.
That's good.
My shoulders started to burn. I'm trying to determine how much water is in my lungs right now.
What are you doing down there?
I'm looking for a good spot to lay.
Why are you on the ground?
I used that for the first time like
Got none in comps and he said, dude, I got 3 on my first max round.
3 burpees.
It wasn't like I had an avoidance of rebounding box jumps. It wasn't like I had an overload of running or jumping leading up to semis. I never had Achilles tendinopathy, or tendinitis. So there's like all the common things that you would think of, I didn't have. It's as simple as it was just kind of a freak accident. It just happened. So.
Why do you think someone like Henrik or Gabby's go? Or
It could have been the same thing. I mean, I don't know them. I don't know their situations. Like, they could have had some tendinitis or pain in the Achilles or whatever. Because typically it starts if you get tendinitis or you'll have pain, like that tendon is literally like micro fraying. And so it's weakening. And then it just takes one hard contraction jumping off a 48-inch thing, like in a pogo style way, and it just pop. So that could happen. Also, like, you could have nothing like what I had and it could still go. It's just the nature of the sport and the risk you're willing to take.
You're programming Colin's marathon training? Sure. Is that what I heard?
It might have been, I think it was 8 miles at like 10-minute miles or something.
Is that like a couch to 5K sort of run program?
A what?
Yeah,
it's couch to marathon in a month.
Should be back stronger than ever.
She said that?
That sucks. It sucks doing that not where you live, too. Because then you gotta, like, change your flights, go jump up to the airport, jump on a flight, fly home, get an MRI, meet your surgeon, get them to read it, schedule surgery, and then you have the surgery. And then from that point on, it's recovery. But everything up until that point just feels like a waste because it's, like, not healing.
Have you spoken to either of those two, Gabby or Henrik? Because that just happened 2-3 days ago.
Yeah, I reached out to Henrik and just told him, like, dude, I know you got a lot going on and I'm sure you're getting a lot of messages, but, like, I'm doing the same thing you're doing and I'm 5 months ahead of where you're at right now. So, like, if you need any way that I can help you out, let me know. Like, if you have any questions on anything, or like, how did you train this? What did you stay away from? When were you walking? When did you start PT? All of it, just let me know. Because, like, I've had people who reached out to me and helped me with it too. So that was beneficial. So to be able to do the same, like, it's almost what you should do.
So what y'all think about those two?
I know, dude. Henrik and Gabby. Crazy.
You got any words of wisdom for those two, Dennis? Dennis, right?
Dennis. You know,
They got a lot.
they a long way. Be patient. It's conservative. Don't rush anything. But really, like, focus on just getting that range of motion back and taking things slow. It's not gonna happen overnight. You just have to kind of accept it.
How long have you been with Bill for?
Like middle of June, I guess, or end of June.
A couple times a week?
4 months.
2-3 times a week. I mean, my background has always been like sports medicine. Worked a little bit with like professional sports, NFL, NBA.
Pretty good progress, you'd say, on his part?
Dude, I've seen, in my career, I've seen a lot of Achilles injuries, and like, this is definitely at the top of the list. But to his credit, I mean, I don't have many people that work as hard as this guy. Just makes my job a lot easier.
Dennis actually reached out to me after I hurt myself and was just like, hey, dude, if you ever need help or anything, like, I'm here for it. I get where you want to go back to. So, and that was honestly a big, like, kind of reeled me in a little bit, because he's like, I understand you want to get back to the games and what that takes. Like, I do CrossFit every day kind of thing. So that definitely lended me to look into him. I think I went straight from my 6-week checkup appointment to his place right after that to start PT.
Like, sweet scar.
Yeah.
You massage that thing?
They cut me pretty big. Yeah, PT does actually. I really don't that much.
It's a pretty easy test to determine whether or not you're having a torn Achilles. You think
Yeah,
they nailed it?
it's called the Thompson's test, but they squeeze a calf. And it's like, if you have movement in your toe when you squeeze your calf, because all of this is attached, then you do it. And so they squeeze my right one and move, they squeeze the left one, there's nothing. I'm sure Henrik and Gabby probably have the same test done to them.
So they're probably well aware whether or not they have a blown out Achilles at this point.
Yeah, I was telling them before, I was like, hey, even right as it happened across the finish line, I was like, I tore my Achilles. And they're like, I don't know, like, what's wrong? And I, like, what hurts? And I was like, no, I think I ruptured my Achilles. And they're like, I don't think you would have been able to finish. Like, rightfully so, anybody would say that. but I was like, I think my Achilles is torn. And they're like, do you need help walking off the floor? And I was like, that was kind of the moment that I knew it wasn't over. Like I knew I wasn't gonna quit. I was gonna come back, and it was kind of like a sign that I was like, I'm not gonna receive help walking off of this floor because this won't be the last time.
Did you throw up?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Nice. All that Celsius?
No. I was just kind of joking around. No, oatmeal.
What's got?
Oh, I released it. The demons have been released.
Oh, you're good now?
Yeah.
Hey, attaboy! Good work! Get the demons out, win the day!
I didn't know that window opened like that.
I know, right? Thanks for the support, guys.
What's the hardest part of it, going through the recovery process?
You saying specifically for the rehab and all? For my ankle?
For you, Bill.
For me? Holding back the reins, honestly.
So while you're doing that, what do you do to keep your fitness levels up?
I mean, you get creative with it all. I mean, I skied. So once I got my stitches out, I was allowed to sweat, but I still was no weight bearing for 4 weeks. And I had like a little like prosthetic leg that I wore. And I like one-legged skied 6 times a week.
You can tell if you like put something over the top. So it's like, see the height of like where my right heel got to, and then the height of where my left heel got to. Hold on. So you're right about here. See that one's lower? So that one's getting about to the case, and that one's lower. See?
So then you focus on that while running?
Yeah. So it's like I gotta pick it up. Like you can see that one's lower than the one on the right hand side. So it's like I gotta focus on picking that up. That's also gonna come back with strength too. When it gets stronger, it's not gonna be as hard to pick the other heel up. But right now, with it being weaker, I expect compensation. It's not gonna be perfect because that means they'd be like equal strength.
Yeah.
But it's just something I need to be conscious of.
Try to keep my conditioning up. And then after that, I was able to ski with 2 legs, start echo biking. So then once you do that, I mean, you're good to go. You can echo ski, and then rowing became a thing, bike erging.
I'm hearing a lot of machines, so it's just machine work.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of it.
Yeah. And then you start, like, I'm starting to be able to burpee and that sort of stuff.
What's up, dog?
Yo. Who are you? What are you on the phone with?
Oh, just listening to a voice memo from my friend.
When do you wake up today?
What time?
Yeah.
5.
5?
Yeah.
You know this dude just like rolls out of bed and comes in here? Yeah.
That's rough.
I think it's the craziest thing.
I mean, how many hours at night do you sleep?
9, 10.
9, 10.
I think I'm just jealous more than anything because he gets more sleep that way.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I gotta like wake up. For
I
an
need
hour.
like a solid 3 hours before I get started.
How many? 3? Just like moving around.
Being awake. I usually am up at 4:30.
I did not hear this one. All right.
Bill doesn't want to. He doesn't want to race this morning. Which he's gonna freaking end up racing no matter what. He always does.
How long do you warm up before you do this, or is that thing just good to go on something like this? The Achilles.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Fine.
Bill 5 months ago would do better than I would today. But if you're just talking about aerobic fitness, I'm definitely more conditioned right now. I got cleared to squat 6 weeks ago. Now, I had been squatting before then, but it was like, so everything I do, the first time I do it, there's always compensation with it. Because it's like this side I had been protecting for so long, whether that was getting hurt, going through rehab, all of it, it's like protecting the side. So everything I did was not aligned and not straight. And like the name of the game is be symmetrical. So I did spend time before the previous 6 weeks squatting, but it was like trying to be even because it's like knee heights are different because ankle flexion is different on each side. It's just all of it. So you have a hip shift. So like I spent time being even. And then once I was able to get even, which was about 6 weeks ago, I started a squat cycle because I wanted to get my legs back under me. That I was going to do a 7-week squat cycle to where I could get my numbers about where they were before. And then once I did that, I'm going to jump into like a real squat cycle. But this one I have been doing, I have gone without a belt, and I always belt above like 80% or so. But I squatted like 400 for 2 without a belt, and it was like pretty easy. And that would have been a heavy double without a belt before for me. So I'd say my legs are honestly pretty close to what they were before.
Feel pretty good. 400. Come on. Who's next?
Like you'd prefer your group with your workouts with your goal.
Yeah. It's like almost an unspoken thing, but it's like, yeah, everybody comes in here knowing that, like, obviously they're going to do what I do, but in the same breath, which is good, it's like they feel like they have a part in it. And it also gives, like, reliability on my part. Like, I feel like I got to, like, do this for them in some sense, because it's like...
Do what for them?
Like, I don't know exactly what that means, but be good. Because it's almost like, like, literally they have a part in it. There's no almost to it, I guess. They honestly, everybody who shows up here has a part in me being as good as I am and that sort of stuff. So, and it's just way easier to do with someone.
I mean, I would say this is the same stimulus as Chad, but yeah.
To do Chad yesterday and do this today is kind of crazy.
117 right now. On a good day, you'll get to like 150.
Wouldn't that be a bad day?
No, it's a good day. A bad day where I'm like fatigued or I just worked out like 60. Colin's gonna be like 180 when we're done.
How many days a week do you do this?
Right now, probably like 3.
What's the membership here cost?
24. It's like nothing.
It's pretty worth it.
Yeah.
It's empty in here.
I haven't gone anywhere but right here in the door. I was doing this like 11, 12 weeks after surgery. So pretty early.
Always 30 minutes?
No. It's been an hour.
You done an hour on here?
I've done 90 before, but it's fluctuated. Here or there.
How long were you in there for?
34 minutes.
How long was a workout?
30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Is that about right?
Got her done.
Yeah, pretty much.
No wasting time?
Time to waste. No time to waste. We gotta eat and do it again.
Gotta eat home and work out 15 minutes after.
Jesus. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
Eat and work out.
Yeah,
That's a talent in itself.
Maybe a learned talent's a better way to put it.
How many people would you say you kind of have filtered through here on a given month?
Month? I mean, there's regulars, so, but upwards, probably more than 20, I would say. Yeah, 20 different people. I would say more than that. I mean, since you've been here, it's probably been like 15 different people or more.
Yeah, the end of the third.
You say you carried Bill on that workout?
Here's my focus. What was that?
You carried Bill on that workout, right?
Yes, I did. Why? Yes, I did. Why?
Bill will see how much pain you're in and base how hard he goes off of making you hurt.
You know what that's called?
What's that called?
You're getting put in the vortex. He put you in the vortex.
I know. I was like,
You guys ever heard that before? Getting put in the vortex?
what happens when you come to play Heath later then?
What is that?
Slack block.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
What inspired you to use that?
Very, very useful tool. Honestly, my foot, actually.
So you just went on Rogue and you're like, this looks good, I'll use this, or?
I mean, no, I looked around and all that sort of stuff and kind of figured it out, but these are something that are pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I have a lot of like intricate small things, like the little thing by the garbage can. I bet you nobody has that. You think anybody has those little wooden things?
No.
Yeah, those are cool.
Is that a top secret?
Yeah, we could leave it.
It's a top secret?
We could leave it out.
It's good to have some secrets. It'll be like the Fraser wheel of death, like the spinning wheel, it's like the punching whatever.
Yeah, I know, think about it. I mean, those could play along the same lines as that. Granted, I'd have to be as good as him, so I don't know about that, but still, those are neat.
Oh, yeah, correct.
It's not a coincidence that what that works, I'm really, really good at, too.
We don't believe in coincidences.
Yeah, sure.
They're still kind of sore from Saturday. And then this morning,
Wait, don't put this one on there.
Which one?
This little thing.
secret's getting put on the board right now.
Don't worry about it.
What is it?
You got a camera going, I think.
It's not anything crazy.
Why don't you want people to know?
Secrets.
I don't know.
I'll turn it off.
I guess we got November, December,
Sure.
January, February, March. You don't really count March, so 4 more months. Yeah, should be plenty good to go.
No worries.
Yeah, no, I'll be good before then.
You've heard the rumors about online seasons?
Yeah, here or there, yeah.
Whatever.
At this point, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Goal is the same, go to the games.
go to the games.
You figure Achilles will be no issue, no big deal.
No, I never thought about it affecting me for next year. No. I mean, quite frankly, I feel like I've benefited a lot in a lot of ways with it.
Benefited from having the injury.
Yeah, honestly. More
How do you
so
benefit from having an injury?
headspace, just like how I look at it and all that sort of stuff.
Look at what?
Competing, and just all of it. I feel a little more relaxed going into this year. Like, I don't want to say there was a lot of pressure, but there was high expectations. And with that always comes a feeling of hanging on to things and you trying to have the correct outcome. And so when that does, it just sometimes makes you be so tight and anxious about it and all of that. And sometimes you need to let go to be free, and then that's when you really can be your best version of yourself. And I think that mentally has showed me a lot with it.
It forced you to let go?
Yeah, forced me to let go. Because I mean, think about it, like, flew home and I was home for a week before I had surgery, so like I wasn't recovering, I wasn't working towards anything, and it's like nothing. And then it really shows you what matters in life and on the scale of things, like how low CrossFit actually is. And I think that just helped me kind of let it go in a sense that allows me to be free. And so like I'm doing everything as I was before, but it's like I don't feel like I have the same amount of pressure I put on myself. So like it's okay to take a risk, kind of. And before it was like hold everything tight and stay really strong with it. And I think sometimes that led me to have like bad first event performances, because it's like it didn't matter.
Sometimes? You mean like every time?
Yeah. So it's like it didn't matter what the next events were, I always did better on them. And it wasn't because of like skills, it was, or physically, it was mentally. That's something that I've always had in my life. It's kind of crazy, but it was always like my dad always said, it was like 80% mental for you, 20% physical. Like it was like 20% make sure you're in shape, make sure your skills for basketball are good, and it was 80% mental for you. Because it's like, obviously I was God gifted and I have a lot of abilities, and I think that it led to a lot of things that come easy to me. A few things I'm bad at, a few things were hard, and for me it was just always a mental game. So I think being hurt helped me with that. And then obviously there's physical attributes that's come from it, such as like all my upper body endurance, pulling, strength's got way better, conditioning's got way better, that sort of stuff.
I still beat you on push-up workouts though.
No, not even close.
It was pretty close.
This is when you need to clip the...
We got 7 left. Is that a cramp? Gotta go.
Nice. Work.
Yeah, no, I know. Just be falling over like
Yeah, no, that was like, you were like, yeah, like 40% slower than me or something in that workout.
Yeah, that's your top secret workout, right?
Yeah.
I got nothing else. You got anything you want to say on here?
I think I'm good. I'll be back.
Back better?
Way better.
Yeah. Cool.
You're telling me you would let...
You're being serious. Okay, what's my mile? What's my mile with the ruck?
I think you run around... I think you run sub 6 with a ruck. Like 550s.
I don't.
I appreciate your confidence.
Here's the bet.
Okay.
Andrew, Colin, 1 mile for time. Colin wears a ruck. Loser,
Cue ball.
shave it.
What's your PR mile?
Me?
Yeah.
Best ever?
Yeah.
515.
What do you think you can
But I was 180 pounds.
That's his, oh, it counts. So it counts for you.
What?
His PR mile is way faster.
No, he's 35 on steroids. It doesn't work out anymore.
33.
You could beat him.
But everything else was right.
Yeah.
Like, how much would you say ruck slows you down?
Not much. Not that much.
In what world?
40 seconds. I can run a 540 mile with a ruck.
40 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means I need a 520 mile.
Do you understand that? I feel like at the games you were like betting your life that you could beat Tia, and she was 525.
Is that what you think? You think?